Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Brad, today we got the 2 best exercises to fix flat feet. I knew I was going to have trouble with that.
Right.
Fix flat feet.
We got to get speech therapy involved.
All right, so the first one we're going to start off with, or is that what you want to start off, the exercise?
No, I want to show a little bit about flat feet and make sure you have it. So people are oftentimes not really where it is. Can you bring the camera down by his wonderful foot? How are you doing, Lonnie? You got him zoomed in? Bob, now to check flat feet, you can't do it in a seated position. You should be standing. So Bob, get up and put some weight on there. And actually, if you watch that, when he put weight, his arch actually did come down a little bit. Take weight off of there, Bob. See, I can get 2 fingers in here, and I'll go up and stand on it, and it collapses down to a finger and a half. Now, if someone's flat foot, they will not have any gap. You can't get 1 finger in there. This part of the arch will be right down on the floor or very close to it. That's when you know you have a flat foot, weight bearing, and this arch is down on the floor or very close to it. Okay, now that we have that established, we need to get to the exercises,
Okay,
Bob.
stay down, Lonnie.
Yep, stay there.
All
Okay, the muscles in the foot, they're small intrinsic muscles, we call them. I'm not going to go through the names and bore you with them, but we need to strengthen the muscles here to prevent that flat foot from getting worse and causing problems. You're not going to get a flat foot to turn into an arch like this. That just isn't going to happen, but we can help prevent problems. And I call this one the Towel Scruncher, because you take your toes and you scrunch them in like this. Go ahead, Bob. Pull that. See how he's pulling that in? Now look at this joint right here. He's going up. You want to try and keep this joint, the ball of your foot, close to the floor, touching the floor. And the toes, especially the big toe, you want to push into that floor like you're scrubbing. You're going to wax that little piece of the floor right there. Wax it, Bob. Come on.
I'm waxing on, waxing off here.
Do you feel that? You feel those muscles
Yep,
working?
I can feel it in the arch.
You feel it right in here, don't you?
Yep.
Yep. And you're going to do this for about 30 seconds to a minute until you feel tired in there. If you start getting cramps, you're going too far. Stop doing it. Massage those muscles here and give it a break. Okay? Then the next one you're going to do, we're going to try and strengthen the arch here with a muscle that connects here and to the navicular bone right here. Why don't you stand up, Bob?
Okay, Lonnie, if you want to back off, Lonnie. We'll see how well she handles the camera there.
All right. So we're going to strengthen a muscle up in here that connects to the navicular bone here, pulling that arch up. And you stand on 1 foot like Bob has it here. If it's your right foot, you're going to take your right hand, just like Bob has it. He's going to pull this hand in towards his stomach, okay? I'm going to add resistance, okay? Now, to maintain your balance on this, your foot has to activate the muscle we just talked about that pulls that arch up. And you need a fair amount of resistance. Now, if you look at Bob, he doesn't have good enough balance to hold. You're doing it, aren't you, Bob?
I'm doing it, yeah.
If you can do this on 1 foot, but if you can do this and you tip over because you don't have the balance, bring a chair up like Bob has over there, and just try to do fingertips on that, Bob. Can you just put 1 or 2 fingers on there? And then we're pulling.
I'm actually doing it without it now, though.
Good, you're getting better. So this is a good balance exercise as well as working that.
I can feel it in my arch.
Right,
Yep.
okay, fun, huh?
Excellent.
Now, and another thing I think I forgot to mention, but if you have a flat foot, in the medical world we call that pronation,
right?
Over pronator. And if you want to get a shoe, that's going to help, because then you don't have to do the exercises, but it's one thing,
like a running shoe.
right? Exactly. You're going to get a shoe that's
Character.
It's in a category of motion control.
Gotcha.
If you go to a shoe store and you say that has running shoes or walking shoes, you say, I need a shoe for a flat-footed person that is in the motion control category.
I'll put that down below, motion control.
And the sales rep, if they know what they're talking about, right away they'll say, yep, I'll bring you right to them. And if you look at a motion control shoe, this is not one, because if you bend it, grab it at the heel, grab at the toe, pull it down like this, see in the arch, it easily collapses. If you've got a motion control shoe, you're going to notice right through here, it's very thick. And then the whole sole is actually quite thick, but it's mostly from here back to the heel. It's like 1 inch to 1.5 inches thick. And if you do this and you pull here,
Very rigid.
yeah, and it'll collapse a little bit here, but it will not collapse in here. And that takes up that sloppiness or that looseness you have in the arch bob, and they work, reasonably well.
Sure.
They're a little more expensive for sure.
It's a lazy man's way to controlling your arch.
Right, and and it can help. I've had patients that have them, and they definitely feel better with them. It doesn't strengthen the foot though, but it offers the support.
Right.
What do you say, Bob?
I think you got it. I think you're onto something
But
here, Brad.
what say you, Bob?
What should I say?
So say goodbye.
All right, thanks.